heard of Holiday Buckeyes? It's a dessert. It's a dessert that I grew up on and I absolutely love it. And I want to share it with you all. Around Christmas and New Year's time is typically when people like to make it. I always make mine around Christmas time. This recipe is going to be one dessert that you will find to be so easy to make. People will feel like you spent hours in your kitchen making it. I feel like this is a real fancy dessert. This is a dessert that you want to make and give to people as gifts. Here's what you're going to need. They're called Buckeyes. You're going to need some chocolate. I'm using a milk chocolate morsel, and honestly, use a no-name brand. Use a no-name brand. Get you some butter. I'm using a sweet cream butter today. Your butter can really be whatever kind you want. It can be salted or unsalted. You're going to need creamy peanut butter. There's always, when I make this, there's always somebody that says, ooh, could I make it with the crunchy peanut butter? Absolutely not. You can't. It has to be creamy peanut butter for this recipe. We're going to use some vanilla extract, and then we're going to use 3 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. Make sure your hands are clean. I'm going to show you how I make my Holiday Buckeyes. Gina, hope y'all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this dessert that you will absolutely love to make. You're going to be able to share it and give it as a holiday gift this year. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 cups of creamy peanut butter. We want to measure it out, making sure we have the right measurements so your filling turns out right. Let me talk about real quick what the filling of this Buckeye dessert will taste like. It's gonna taste like the inside of a Reese cup, like at the highest level. It tastes better than the Reese cup filling, but if you want to know what it tastes like, it tastes like. Put this 1 cup of creamy peanut butter into our stand-up mixer. If you don't have one of these, just use a bowl and a wooden spoon. You'll be able to mix it together with one of those handheld blenders that has like the 2 beaters with it. Okay, you'll be able to use that. Nobody, I'm gonna just say it again, you cannot make this recipe with crunchy peanut butter. It would never turn out right. 2nd cup of peanut butter going right in. And now we're gonna use our butter. My butter is at room temperature. Let's just say that you took your butter out and it's still super cold. Put it in the microwave just for a couple minutes to get it soft. You don't want to melt it, but just, just to soften it a little bit. Put it right here with the 2 cups of peanut butter. Let's get our 1 stick of butter. Your butter can be salted or unsalted, doesn't matter. And blend the 2 together for about, let's just say 3 minutes. That's what it's gonna look like. Let's continue to mix it until you really can't see that butter anymore. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put some vanilla extract in, and you don't have to measure it. Just get you some in to make it nice and fragrant and give it that lovely vanilla flavor. Perfect amount. And then we're gonna mix it once again. What's great about this recipe is it's not a recipe that you have to bake. You do not have to bake this, but one thing you have to do is you need to put it in the refrigerator for a while so it can set up. And we want that chocolate to set up and get nice and hard around our peanut butter. So I will typically set mine in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes, and then you can serve them. Let's go ahead and take this time to measure out 3 cups of powdered sugar plus 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm leveling it off. And what I mean by that is I'm literally going to take this knife here and I'm just gonna swoop across the top to make sure that it's the correct measurement. Because if you don't use the correct measurement, it didn't turn out right? So we have 1 cup. Perfect. Let's go in for that 2nd cup. When I tell you I love Reese cups, and I know you do too, but for some reason, I like when people ask me, because so many people are like, so what does it taste like? I tell you it tastes like a Reese cup, but it's like amped up flavor. It like tastes better than the Reese cup filling, and I am not kidding you. We make it homemade here. My family absolutely loves this. I have people that waits for Christmas to come around, right? Because they know they're gonna get these. So now I have an older video that I want you all to see, and I think you would absolutely love it. I believe it's like maybe in 2017. I made these Buckeyes, and our son was young. He was so little. He was like 7 or 8 years old, and he was sitting with me at the dining room table, and we were making Buckeyes together. And I think we had like Christmas hats on, or maybe Christmas candles lit. It was like a whole thing we was doing. We was baking Christmas cookies and making Buckeyes. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attach that video to the end of this video so you can check it out. It's so much fun to look at. And every year when I make these, we always look back at that video, because now our son, he's towering over me. He's like this tall now. He's like this tall, yes, but we're still making Buckeyes together. And I want for you guys to share this recipe with your kids. Let them get in the kitchen and taste the Buckeye feeling. And you know, they're gonna be licking their fingers and rolling the balls and having all the fun with this recipe. Here comes the fun part. So I have the 3 cups in the 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar measured out. We're gonna put a little bit in at a time and mix it, okay? So let's do that. We're gonna mix, and it's gonna get thick. It's gonna get to a thick consistency, but when the heat of our hands touches it, it gets nice and smooth out. So don't think you did anything wrong, because you didn't. So let's mix it and start it on low, or otherwise your whole face will be covered in powdered sugar. Do our second batch, going right in. Just like this. You can see that how thick it's getting. But trust me, when you touch it, it's not thick at all. So now, when you first see this, you're definitely going to think you did it wrong. You didn't. It's supposed to be this texture, okay? So I'm going to bring it close to the camera and I'll show you. But like I said, I want to reiterate, your heat from the hands will make it nice and smooth like it's supposed to be. So let's put it into this nice clean bowl. Let's make peanut butter balls. All right, so you can make the size you want. I make kind of like medium size, but when you have those little kids in the house, you never know what the shape is gonna look like, how big or how small they are. With all of my kids, we made these and they would have some of the weirdest shapes, but they all taste good, right? And they love doing this. Make it to look just like that. Okay, gorgeous, and look, doesn't stick to your hands, so it's not super messy. Those kids are gonna be tasting this. It's like irresistible. Line up these peanut butter balls. Tell me all in the comment section what's your favorite Christmas movie, your favorite Christmas dish, and your favorite Christmas dessert. My favorite Christmas dessert is rum cake, hands down. If you never in your life had rum cake, oh my goodness. When I tell you, it is absolutely amazing. The flavor is gorgeous. But if I make a rum cake, I always like to tell people, eat it the next day. Don't even cut into it the first day, because it doesn't have that robust flavor that I'm looking for. The second day that you've had that cake in the refrigerator, you have to keep it in the refrigerator. It is so delicious. For the favorite movie, I'm gonna say Home Alone. The Home Alone 1. Like, we all love that. Me and my husband was talking about that the other day, and he was saying, you know, when he grew up watching that movie, he said it was just the best. And it kind of made me smile to hear him say that, you know? I would also have to choose a Christmas movie that was A Christmas Story with the little boy. You know, he wanted that certain toy. And everybody was telling him, you know, I don't think you're going to get it, you know, but he wanted to see Santa Claus, and it was just the best Christmas movie. It's super important that you take these peanut butter balls that you have rolled into a ball. You're going to have them on your cookie sheet. Put them into the refrigerator so they can cool down and they kind of set up a bit, because you wouldn't want to take them from this state and dip them into your chocolate and they mush on you, right? So if you get them nice and solid by just setting them in the refrigerator, that's what I would prefer you to do before you dip the chocolate on. So funny that I can really, look at that one, it's super huge. I can try my best to make them all the same size, but it didn't always work. I try to make them the same size, but you see what we get. As long as I got a circle, that's all I'm looking for. And that's all I want you to look for. Or I would love to see a picture where you guys made yours all perfect, the exact same size. Send me that picture. This recipe here makes a whole lot of Buckeyes. Like, look how much I still have left, but what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make this whole batch. You see how many we have once your peanut butter balls have cooled in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes, now they're nice and set. Now's the perfect time to melt our milk chocolate morsels. If you melt them too early, they're really just going to solidify right back up. So why not wait until your peanut butter balls are ready? So what I'd like to do, I like to have some type of vegetable or shortening like I have today, about a teaspoonful. Okay, we're going to put it there. Guess what that does? It makes the chocolate nice and glossy so your dessert is beautiful. Let's put this in the microwave for just about 20 seconds. We'll stir it. We'll look at it again, stir it until it's fully melted. One thing that you cannot overdo, don't cook this too long. Our chocolate is nice and melty, and this is what it's supposed to look like. When I took it out of the microwave, there were still some pieces, but it's hot enough to where you go ahead and you mix it and it melts the other one. So don't put it in there very long. So now years ago, I used to take a toothpick and I would stick it right down in the middle, and then I would use that toothpick to dip my Buckeye into the chocolate, but it kept sliding off. So nowadays, I like to tell people to use a fork and just lower it into the chocolate. You want to have some of the beautiful peanut butter shining through. So let's do it together, okay? So we'll just kind of lower it, kind of move it around. We just really want to get that chocolate onto the sides. And once you have that, we'll pull it up. And since we're using a fork, that little extra right there will drip off, right? But not only that, I'm using a cooling rack here, as you can see, and a cookie sheet. Any extra chocolate will just come right off, okay? And it'll drain into the cookie sheet. So let's do it like this. It's not gonna turn out perfect, but it's gonna be good enough and it's gonna be delicious. Let's make all of them. Another one. This is so much fun. When I tell you, this is definitely going to become your favorite Christmas dessert. I cannot wait until you guys tell me how much fun you had making them and how delicious they are. I can't wait to hear it. But guess what? Once you melt your chocolate, move very fast, because this chocolate can solidify just that quick, right? Especially if it's a little cool in your house. So do this as fast as you can. Let me do a couple of these. It's so much fun. The holidays is around the corner. Now listen to me. If you wanted to take, I mean, it's not traditional, but if you wanted to take a nice drizzle of the chocolate across the top, sure you can. But like I said, that part's not traditional. This is what it's supposed to look like. You know, there's gonna be some people that makes these and theirs is absolutely gorgeous. Mine's are not gorgeous, but they taste gorgeous. Every year they do. Get them into the refrigerator. We'll be back after they set up, and then I'm gonna cut one down the middle and let you guys have that first. And there you have it. Holiday Buckeyes, Gina Young style. You're gonna love this. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? Tell your family and friends, tell the world what Gina's doing in his kitchen on a daily basis. And Father, we thank you for this dessert, your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Go ahead and slice into one of them, and then we're gonna taste them together. Look at this, super fun to make. The flavor you're gonna live for. Watch. I want to cut in the inside so you can see the quality of the peanut butter. Look at that. Take a bite. I'm going in.